Now, the sport of netball has been making all the right noises of late, and with the conclusion of the South African Premier Netball competition, the Telkom Netball League, there is even more to celebrate. To help us make sense of all that is happening in the sport, we have brought in serial winners, Gauteng Golden Fireballs head coach Elsje Jordaan and Eastern Cape Aloes captain Jeanie Steyn. Ladies, so good to have you. Welcome to the program.
Morning, Jan. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time. Jeanie, let's start with you. The prospect of promotion to Division 1 must have been really enticing for your team. I mean, as your team didn't put a foot wrong, going unbeaten on your way to winning Division 2. I mean, tell us about your campaign.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it was such an amazing feeling. Going into when we started TNL, we really wanted to go into that promotion match and win it. Our goal was clear from the beginning. So I think, even after we won the final, we walked into the bus, and usually when you win a final, there's big celebrations, but everyone knew they were just very relaxed, and they knew that our job wasn't done yet. So yeah, I mean, big things ahead for us now. I'm in the A section, so we're very excited about that.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, this is now moving really fast and forward, and congrats to you and the rest of the team.
Thank you.
Elsje, breaking the monopoly of the Jaguars, who are 5-time champions of this tournament, it's no easy feat. But your team finally got the breakthrough. I mean, tell us about your campaign.
Yeah, we had almost a fairy tale season. The team was 5th last year, and then they appointed a new team management, and we got a few new players. And we said right from the start we want to change the story of the Fireballs. And, and to do that, you first have to create a winning culture. And that's what we did right from the first week when the Telkom Netball League started. It was very important for us to keep winning. And, we were fortunate enough to only lose one game. And, massive respect to the Jaguars, obviously 5 times champions. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to get there. And for us to get that belief that we can actually beat them, and then at the end to do it in the way that we did it was absolutely, we're just really humbled and ecstatic about the win.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, Jeanie, from a player's perspective, tell us about the announcement of professional players in the sport. That must be a huge ray of hope for players, that the sport is headed in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something exciting for netball, to grow, and especially with World Cup approaching. People are getting excited. You can hear, you can feel it. I mean, even the spectators, all of it. But yeah, definitely, I think, there's young players that's growing now into and becoming prettiers. And that's a great thing for them. And even young players that's looking forward, holding on to that dream and knowing that they can actually become professional netball players in this country. I mean, that's amazing. That's the first time ever. So definitely, I think it's just a right step forward into the right direction for netball in our country.
I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, to me, actually see the players getting professional contracts, to actually see the technical staff being given professional contracts as well. One has to almost think very long and hard as to why it's taken this long. Elsje, your perspective on this, finally seeing this taking such a leap forward in the sport.
Yeah, it's been massive. The leadership of Netball South Africa, the vision that they have, and since we got the World Cup, a lot of things changed for netball, and even if you could even see through the Telkom Netball League, the support and the number of people that's watching the game, it's just absolutely fantastic. The media, the way they're promoting the game, it's really a game changer for female sport. And then, like you say, to contract 24 players, it makes a massive difference to the lives of these players. They sacrifice so much, and even the same as what their male counterparts do, and yet they don't get the opportunity to do this professionally. So hopefully this is just the start of many to come, and that many more players will be able to start doing netball as a profession. And, as a coach, and I've been a former player and a captain for South Africa, and just to see the growth, it's just absolutely tremendous. And, you can only applaud the leadership of Netball South Africa for the vision and then all the stakeholders buying into the game. We all are very and super excited to where this is going.
Yeah, I mean, I just to even think that, covering medical was never something included. Getting a salary was never something that netball players ever saw. Having a contract, being a professional, actually being able to focus entirely on the game and not having to go out and try and find income of another means. I mean, this I imagine is going to take us to another level. I mean, so Elsje, I'm going to stay with you. I mean, netball is a passion-driven sport. There's no two ways about it. Despite its high participation numbers, tell us about the challenges of actually recruiting players with very little financial incentives. Yes, we're talking about the positives that have come, but in general, the challenges that one faces in this game.
Yeah, besides that, the game is really a power game, so it's a lot of strength and speed. And to do that, you need to get into a gym. For these players to just get access to gym work, to be able to better and be stronger, to do a bit of, to do injury prevention, because the game is so fast and strong. That is a challenge for its own, and like you say, a medical aid now will help and go a long way with that. To get players at trainings is massively difficult. We train after hours, so sometimes they need to make use of public transport late at night, which is it's a massive risk for these players. To get proper and decent food, everything that an athlete needs is such a challenge. And like you say, you need to do your full-time job. Some of them are mothers, they have kids at home, and yet they need to train as professional athletes. So the challenges is just massive. And like I always say, we know that how well male sport is supported, and that takes nothing away from female athletes and the sacrifices that they have to make. It's exactly the same. The challenges is exactly the same. And to get this recognition for the first 24 players is just absolutely amazing. And I think it's a step in the right direction. And hopefully we can soon get coaches and technical staff, umpires, everybody involved in this process, because that's what it will take. It will take a full-time effort and concentration to elevate our netball. I do believe we have the athletes, like you say, we have the numbers. Within those numbers, there must be so much talent that we haven't even found it yet and developed yet. So this is massive for netball, and I think every little young player that's dreaming to become a Protea we're on the right track, and it's a dream that might just come true and enable them to do their sport professionally.
Oh, I hope so. Jeanie, getting to the top, normally regarded as the easy part. An unbeaten run has made the target on your back even bigger now. What are the future plans in bringing some more needed good news to the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro?
Yeah, like I said, I think going into that A division, it's growing. The netball's growing in the Eastern Cape, and people are taking us more seriously now. It's going to take a lot of preparation. The last time I spoke to my team, I said the exact same thing. This is the easy part. Preparation starts now already. We are in a bit of a struggle, with Eastern Cape being so big and the talent being all over Eastern Cape. So I think there's going to be a lot of preparation from the technical side of it as well, and the logistics side. But we're very excited about that, and I mean, just that confidence in the players that they have now, knowing that they can actually do it and they can compete with some of the teams up there. So I think going into next year, our goal will be, just reaching the top four, being in that semi-final.
Well, we wish you the best of luck and good luck to everything going forward. But Elsje, I just want to end with you talking World Cup. I mean, that's a big thing, the country hosting the Netball World Cup next year. Obviously, there's facilities that seem to be on the rise, and hopefully we'll see more and more of that. But when we talk about improvement for us to hold a successful tournament, what more needs to be done?
Yeah, netball don't have a dedicated indoor arena. Obviously, international netball gets played on a sprung floor, a wooden sprung floor. So I know part of the legacy program is to install and get wooden sprung floors where these players can train, which is massively important in injury prevention. the outdoor surfaces that we train on. We're just lucky in South Africa because our weather actually allow us to train outside. But it's a really hard surface for the players to train on day in and day out. And the wooden sprung floor is just so much better. So we need more of those. We need more indoor facilities so that these players can train and work in a professional environment and in an environment where they play. So that is really, really important. And then obviously, developing coaching, getting a high performance mindset out to all coaches so that we can raise young players from an early start, making them aware of what high performance is and expose them to what high performance athletes needs to be able to cope with to be able to become top sportswomen. So there's lots to be done, but luckily, I've heard some of the legacy program that Netball South Africa is working on and what they are investing in. And, there's some great leadership and good vision. And we as supporters and workers on the ground of the game that we love so much, we just trust in the process. And I'm sure this is a time for netball. And when we welcome the 16 top countries in the world, it's going to be absolutely amazing. First time for Africa, first time for South Africa. And it's just going to be massive for the game, and I don't think we'll ever look back after this.
Fantastic. Well, I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Ladies, thank you. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning. It's been an absolute pleasure. And listen, today is a big day for me. I am going to the netball courts to play in a mother's-daughter match. This is going to... either it's going to end... very interestingly, that, I know there's paramedics on the side because I can only just imagine what's going to happen. A group of mothers that haven't played in 30 years deciding to go back to a netball court. And it is not an easy game to play. That is a fact. But you guys are our heroes and we thank you so, so much for talking to us. And congratulations to both of you for doing such great jobs. There's the Gauteng Golden Fireballs head coach, Elsje, Jordaan, and Eastern Cape Aloes captain, Jeanie Steyn, talking to us this morning. Quite quick break. News headlines after this. Stay tuned.